All right, fellas, if you're ready to ditch the dad bod, get in better shape, I'm going to give you the blueprint right now, especially to look good shirtless, to feel more confident in the gym. You might be frustrated because when you take your clothes off, you're like, ooh, I don't think that she finds me as attractive anymore. Or, ooh, when I put clothes on and I go places, I feel judged. And there's a level of frustration around that, and that frustration leads you to not being your full self. It doesn't lead you to being your most confident self, your most energetic, vibrant self. I'm going to give you the blueprint, and it's going to be very simple to get right back. So, number one, hire a trainer and stop guessing. Now, again, this is not a, hey, work with me because I'm an online personal trainer and I do some other stuff. No. You can, that's great. But hire somebody because it's not guesswork. Because if you're watching this video and you're a driven person, chances are you're very driven in your career. You might have a little bit of additional income and you might potentially have some additional time. Or even if you don't, you're very structured with your time, which means that you can hire somebody, be in the gym and out of the gym in 30 minutes. But what it does is it stops the guesswork and then it gives you accountability. And the one thing that, especially when we get into this age, I'm saying 30s and 40s, is we don't really necessarily have to be accountable to a lot of people because we're in that weird in-between age where it's like, God willing, our parents are still around. Like they're not really telling you what to do. And then you might have children. So you are the authority figure. So your accountability might not fully be there. So it's like, oh, you can eat what you want. You can buy what you want. You can do what you want. And then that's when things can kind of go to the wayside. And so when I say stop the guesswork, is having somebody who knows exactly what to do and that can hold you accountable, that you just have to show up and do what they say. That is so important. It's vitally important. You can do it online. You can do it with, somebody that you are hiring at a gym, but just take the guesswork out of it, right? We use ChatGPT. We use all of these things to give us information. Have somebody do that and hold you accountable. Number two, track your wins, not theirs. Now, this goes into the whole Instagram of life and everything. You want to be able to track what you're doing well and how you're improving, not what everybody else is doing online. I think I've said this in a previous video, or, if not, you're going to see this in some video at some point in time. There's a lot of Instagram trainers out there who are on unnatural substances trying to tell you how to get their body. And what they're not telling you is they did it unnaturally. And they might know how to, do the lifts and everything, but they're not giving you the whole picture. So if you compare where you are, or even where you're improving to where they are now, you're missing a lot of it and a lot of the information. That's why I say, don't compare yourself to anybody else. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, how you feel yesterday, your effort and output yesterday. And it's not just about how you look. I know that this thing is titled dad bod, but you end up getting, especially when you end up getting fitter, you end up looking better. But what you want to do is that feeling, that energy, that is something that is so important. That's something that you can't, people can't really put on social media. A lot of those people that you see, I was in the bodybuilding space. I saw a lot of the people who were natural, who were unnatural, who they looked the fittest ever. But if you saw their energy levels, if you saw what they could eat or couldn't eat, if you saw how frustrated they were, if you saw how non-emotionally stable they were because of that, you'd be like, oh, I never want to do that. And don't compare your wins to somebody else. Compare your wins to you and who you were yesterday. Number three, make goals that fit where you are. And why I say fit where you are is because you might be in so many different phases of life than somebody else, right? You might be a parent. You might have a extremely hectic work life. You might not have access to the gym. So making goals that fit where you are is going to be so vitally important. That's why I say, if you hire a trainer, you're working with the right person. If you're talking to somebody, you're talking to the right person that account for who you are, your abilities, your injuries, your sicknesses, your illnesses, any sort of restrictions that you have. You want to make sure that those goals are 100% for you, because if you have goals that aren't for you, that somebody else has created for you, and if you miss the mark, you might feel some type of way about it, and it might push you back because you're like, now you're discouraged. Now you don't want to do the thing. And even if your goals are not big, I always say small wins matter. Doing small things that you can accomplish every single day that keep you moving forward, that keep you, motivated. That's such an important thing, because what that does is that breeds consistency. When you're consistent about something, it will change over time because your habits will be locked in. So again, make goals that fit where you're at, not where somebody else needs you and wants you to be at. Number four, dial in your nutrition. Eat like you care. Why I say eat like you care is eat like you care about yourself today and like you care about your future self. And I'll just be real. Other people are watching you. Your kids are watching you. Your spouse is watching you. Your girlfriend's watching you. Your boyfriend, whoever is watching you, and they're drawing inspiration from you. And so if you're walking around out of shape, overweight, not energetic, in a bad mood, feeling depressed about yourself, and you are putting things into your body that is it seems like you don't care about yourself, How do you expect other people to one, respond to you, and then two, follow your lead, and you tell them, hey, you can be all that you want to be, you can do everything that you want to be, you can be the fittest, but you're not doing those things. Lead by example and act like you care. What you put into your body is fuel that one, helps you feel better, and then two, helps you look better. If you have a car that's running on gasoline, you'd never put diesel in that car. It just wouldn't make sense. Now, I'm not saying don't eat a cheat meal, don't enjoy yourself every now and again, but what you don't want to do is consistently put the wrong things in your body and then expect other people to respond to you a certain way, other people to be motivated by you, other people want to follow your lead, or for you to be more energetic and healthier. It just doesn't work like that. Eat like you care. If you want to, if you want like more nutritional advice, just hit me in the comments. We can have a conversation just like that. But from a broad standpoint, I just want you to eat like you care, get the right things in your body. Number 5, get stronger. Push some weight, get in the gym. That's going to make you feel good. That's going to get you stronger. When you build muscle, you burn fat. It is so vitally important that you don't just get stronger for you, you get stronger for the future you. I saw something in a Nick Bare video, and he was interviewing somebody, and somebody was saying, like, when you're in your 30s and 40s, you're banking muscle for when you are in your 50s and 60s. And I thought that was so important. I was like, oh, not that you just need to be stacked with muscle and everything like that, but what you want to do is you want to build strength. So as you get older and as you age, and as your muscles atrophy a little bit with age, you have enough banked up where you're like, oh, okay, I still feel functionally strong. There's people in the gym that I see who are in their 60s, 70s, 80s, and I'm like, oh, I saw you guys were putting in work in your 20s, 30s, and 40s because it's still there. You didn't just start at 50, 60. So if you're watching this and you're in your 30s and 40s, it's not too late for you. Look, if you're in your 50s, it's not too late for you. Any age, I want you to get in there and get stronger, but I want you to have the mindset of, I am banking muscle, one, for who I will be in the future, and then two, it's going to help me today. It's going to help me lose a little bit of weight. It's going to help me put on a little bit of muscle. It's going to help get rid of that dad bod. It's going to help me feel a lot more confident about myself. So again, just a quick and dirty blueprint of how to get this back right. Number 1, hire a trainer. Stop guessing. You don't guess in other aspects of your life. You don't guess in other aspects of your career. You don't guess in other aspects of your relationship, or you might, who knows. But hire somebody who knows what they're doing. Number 2, track your wins, not theirs. What they do online doesn't matter. What they put in their body does not matter. They might be lying to you and to your face, and you might be just judging yourself because you're tracking your wins up against theirs, and the scale is never going to match. Number 3, make goals that fit where you're at. Assess your life, assess, all of the things that you have going on, and then make goals that actually work for you. Number 4, dial in your nutrition. Eat like you care. That's simple. And number 5, get stronger. Get in the gym, push some weight, feel good about yourself. That's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you have any questions, let me know. Like, comment, share, subscribe. See you. Peace.